Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. It's been a few months since I did a reading. I've been busy getting adjusted to my new job. Just been going through a lot of shifts myself, and I'm sure everybody else is too. So we're on Aquarius. That's the rising sign right now as I speak. So that's what we're doing. This is your first two cards I pulled, and it's the Father, which is kind of like Emperor energy. And Capricorn also just had the Emperor energy quite strongly in their reading. So this is about structure, authority, having a strong foundation, building something for your family, building something for your kingdom. The Father represents all the hard work, diligence, and the strength that it takes, and the focus, and the strong will it takes to create something that's stable and long-lasting within a unit, a family, a work environment, a relationship. We also got stillness. So something's kind of quiet here. A period of rest and inactivity. Go within for the answers you seek. All right, so we got period of rest and inactivity. And the Father. Taking a break here on something. We will get some more cards on this, you guys, but you maybe aren't taking a break. It could be asking you to slow down, to be still. Maybe you're trying too hard to control something, too hard to make something happen. That happens a lot with the Emperor or the Father energy. Because we want what's best, so we push, or we, try to structure, and we got fire, ignition. So a lot of fire energy here. Making something happen here, trying to make something happen here, passionate about something, feeling strongly about something. Maybe even voicing that to the family, to the person, to the situation. The thing about that is we got to be careful what we say too with that energy, the fire. Let's go ahead and get another one on this. Something very passionate, trying to make happen here. Passionate about something. Maybe something you've been working on, something you've been putting a lot of energy into has went still, has went quiet. That's also another message I'm getting. And we have assumptions. So do not, assumptions to me is always don't make assumptions. Don't assume the worst. Don't assume the best. Be still right now. I have a feeling more answers are going to be coming to you. I am feeling this as don't jump into doing something or trying to make something happen or forcing something because you already are like 3 steps ahead of where it's at. Because there's something here that by assuming you may take some action, or you may even be, it just depends. You're going to have to kind of fill this one out so far, I'm getting, because it could be either way where you need to be still or you do need to take action. I'm feeling like you've already taken a lot of action, and Spirit's coming in saying something might have went quiet here, and not to assume the worst or assume anything right now. Don't assume anything. Things are working right now. There's a lot of work. And fire to me also is spirit. It's creating. There's some kind of creative process going on here. Something's being created. And you may just have done what you can for it. And now you need to sit with some kind of inactivity. That's, and you'll know whether, and I am feeling, we are going to go ahead and read that fire real quick. 8. It's also like the strength card. Yeah, you're definitely feeling like you may need to balance out your how do I put this? Like in fire is very primitive, like a primitive, and the Father's very primitive. It's very like natural to want to make things our way and build it, like it's just a very I need this, so I'm gonna build this. I am doing this, so I'm gonna, what was that? That was strange. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so it's a very primitive, like, I'm cold, I'm going to build fire. It's raining, I'm going to build shelter. There's something here I'm feeling like you might be thinking you need, or thinking you need to take action on something, that you need to be still right now and let Spirit do the work behind the scenes, okay? It says live your passion. Allow your spirit to drive you forward. Don't overthink the situation. Now is the time to innovate and take action. Be a lighthouse for others, or find yourself a mentor. So, you know, I'm feeling like there's some kind of stillness here. Now, this could be you needing to be still, or it's something's went kind of quiet after putting a lot of energy into it. It's just kind of, but it's also saying don't overthink something, which could be assumptions, making assumptions about a situation. Yeah, that's definitely. It is said that Prometheus was asked by Zeus to create man. Humans were formed with clay made of water and earth, and were fashioned in the god's image. Unlike the other animals, however, these new beings seemed quite helpless. No fur, no big teeth, few skills. Prometheus felt sorry for the mankind and asked Zeus if fire could be given to them. So there could be some kind of a vulnerability you're feeling right now too, and wanting to really, there's just something here saying, hey, don't jump to conclusions on whatever this is. Even if you're feeling like a little, you got a lot of passion, a lot of spirit towards whatever this is. And I feel like it's just, there's stuff going on working behind the scenes. One of those readings, one of those energies. So let's go what we can get from this. Whoop. Intuitively here. So I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you again for sticking by my channel, guys. Oh. Okay. Yes. Okay, so there is definitely some kind of dance happening right now with the universe, with the spirit, with your passions and your desires. A very fine balancing act of action and non-action, stillness and non-stillness. So I feel like don't jump to conclusions right now, or make any assumptions, and just start doing something. Be very graceful and very mindful about every step you take, as if you were dancing. I think the message I'm getting here is you don't want to step on spirit's feet either, like the spirit's feet, like there's something bigger maybe here happening. That if something's feeling kind of like you need to, you know, if you are going towards something and you're feeling really passionate about it, and you're wanting to like get in there and do what that energy does, do what that fiery fatherly energy does, it's saying be graceful with it. Be very mindful and be very like interactive with the energies around you. Don't just make it about you and what you want and what you're passionate about. That is a strong message coming through. So let's go ahead and get your guys' cards here. Okay. Nice. Something very passionate and fiery, and really wanting something here. You're feeling it. You're feeling like you're in flow. You're feeling like you're with it. You're dancing with the universe. Let's see here. What is this about? Six of Wands. Yeah, like Six of Wands. This is also fire. It's having a victory. It's being recognized for doing something, bringing something together, creating something. And also this feels good. This feels like, hey, I actually achieved this. We got the Lovers. Okay, so there could be something here, a choice with a lover. A lover is, it doesn't have to be a lover. It can just be a really close. But usually the Lovers is about that balance between two kind of individual different people, and it's just it's complementary, and there's usually a lot there. So this is something that could be influencing you right now, or you could be feeling as an obstacle even. And so there could be some kind of balancing act between what you want to achieve and what you want to be like recognized for, and a relationship of some sort, or some kind of thing you, it did even pop out reverse, so this could be even an obstacle of like a, being mindful to make all your steps, all your choices with love, and not let, if something hasn't worked out or isn't working out, not to let that cause you to make assumptions or jump to conclusions or take action without stillness and that graceful dance, that graceful step. Something's happening here. That's what's coming out. Now, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know how that came out, really. It's just, that's what I'm getting. So, got the Fool and the Page of Swords. Yes, so, okay. Let's get these other two cards. Hopes, fears, desires, emotion, action, advice, communication, messages, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Wow, lots of fire. Okay. And the Hangman on the bottom. Let's get it. Aquarius. 4 of Swords. Yep. Okay, rest, recuperate. Like, okay. So something that could be really, like, there could be something you really are trying to bring together, work, create, something you're very passionate about. Could be a relationship. Maybe been struggling. Maybe it's been a little bit of a struggle. Maybe you've been through it. The 4 of Swords is at the very top of this reading. There's healing happening. Healing maybe on your part, healing on another's part. But there's some healing and there's some reflection on the journey so far with the 4 of Swords. This is really sitting back and reflecting on what has entailed to get here where you're at, to get this victory, to feel this passion, to feel this kind of recognition maybe for getting through something, building something, doing something. Don't assume things right now. I think one of the things here with the Fool is you could make an assumption that's incorrect. And maybe communicate something that's not beneficial to the situation or helpful or healing. But also a hope here is that you can trust. You can trust that the way you're thinking, what you're getting right, maybe some communication you're having, something you're thinking about here. It's a mind change, changing your mind, trusting the changing of your mind about something here. This is interesting. And then over here, what needs to happen here? What is mess here? Okay, so we got some 8 of Wands. This is fast movement, communication. You could be actually, this is kind of what it's saying. Hey, take some action, communicate, or you're going to be getting this. Or this could actually be moving in a direction, relocating. 7 of Wands, standing your ground on something. If you are going somewhere, or you are wanting to do something, or you are passionate about communicating something, moving somewhere, you may be feeling a little defensive too. Like you may be assuming everybody's against you and they're not. Or you may be assuming that, I feel like you could be assuming the worst about like some kind of thought process that you're having or another's having, and it's saying just the white deer in the background is always a purity, grace. With it being white, it's like a purifying your intentions of what you're knowing that what you're guarding is good and it's right. And this can be a card of being defensive, so just don't assume the worst and become like, I'm not really getting like any like belligerent cards or anything. Just there is a thought process going on about communicating something, moving forward and trusting something here, maybe in a love situation, a relationship situation, and standing your ground. The advice or the motions or actions needing to be taken is some kind of communication, some kind of movement. So this stillness or this quietness that's happening could very well be with another. Maybe it's went quiet, but you need to take some action maybe before it gets stagnant. But there is some healing going on, so maybe that's why it's went quiet, and you're assuming the worst, or you're taking things, this could go either way too. This could be you went quiet in a situation. But I'm reading for you, Aquarius, and it's very fiery for Aquarius energy. There's some kind of defending, some kind of movement, some kind of action, some kind of fiery, passionate movement, communication. It's there. It's saying go ahead. You're defending this, and it's because something feels good here. You feel like there feels like something's been built. You've worked on something. You've worked on something hard. Now, whether this is an obstacle or this is something that's helping you, you're going to have to decide that. But I do feel like there's a need. You could be hoping that that you can trust the steps you're taking. You could be fearing that you're overthinking or not thinking about the situation strong enough. But it's saying, don't overthink. We've gotten that twice. Don't overthink. Don't overthink. So in that case, I feel like you could just be really overthinking with the Page of Swords here. Your mind could be getting the best of you. Could be even slowing you down or stopping you from taking action on something and keeping you in a state of stillness instead of creating your environment, creating whatever this is that you are working on. Okay. Wow, this is pretty, this is pretty intense energy. I'm going to say whatever this is, it feels important. It feels intense. Transformation. Some kind of transformation. You could be defending some kind of changes and transformation, some kind of movement you've taken, psychic knowing. There's something here, It's making you feel good, and maybe even some other people know. And it's just, there is this, and then expansion. Yes, there's some kind of movement. If you're thinking about moving or relocating somewhere, I am getting that is something I am feeling like there's a need to defend that movement or action. Transformation, expansion. There's some kind of growth happening here, some kind of movement. This wolf, I love this Fool card. Might be one of my favorite Fool cards, but the White Rabbit's always a caution or warning, and also a guide. The White Rabbit's telling the wolf, and sometimes you'll know the feeling when you see the White Rabbit in your dreams or whatever. I've seen the White Rabbit, and it was leading me away from a situation that seemed like bad, and it was warning me. It was giving me the heads up that things that I needed to hunker down, that I needed to protect myself. So there is a feeling here of needing to protect your transformation, protect your territory, protect your innocence, your grace, standing your ground. Now, whether that means moving or taking steps forward towards something that feels like, oh, this ice feels like it's going to crack. This could be a bad move, a bad step. The rabbit here, I feel like, is always like, come on, listen to me. I know, like there's and we got the White Rabbit, the white deer here. So that's really interesting. Okay, that's nice. Let's get one of these. Reawaken. Reawaken. See something again. Look at something again. Reawaken to something, some kind of passion, some kind of desire, some kind of maybe fiery or passionate situation, or some kind of movement you need to take. Maybe you'd let something die. You had let something go still. You'd let something go stagnant. And now it's like reawaken to your dreams, reawaken to your passion, reawaken to your desire. There is movement and a defending of your process and how far you came. There's a need to stand your ground on that. Reawaken to what it is you're fighting for, what it is you're standing for, and what it is you want. What it is that makes you feel this victory, this good feeling, like And you know, that's the 6. You're right in the middle of this. So you got a ways to go here. But it's a good, you're doing, like, it feels like you're doing good. You're at a good point and you've done half the work. There's like still more to go, but you got to stick with the path. You got to not let things deter you. You got to stay passionate about whatever this is. I can't tell you what this is, but I can tell you it feels important, and it feels intense, and it feels, you know, I've had to take a couple deep breaths. It feels exciting. It really does. So, duality. Duality, yes. How two things, dramatic shift. Something very, very, you know, maybe two different perspectives or two different things coming together or colliding here. I am seeing a moon there too. Maybe by this next full moon, you guys got, we did just have a full moon, so there is some kind of, you may even be feeling a slight conflict, but I feel like you need to not make assumptions. And I'm feeling, with all these action cards, you need to get back in something or reinvest yourself in something, maybe a movement, maybe communication, maybe defending your ground on something that, you know, you've already worked really hard on. And there is some kind of healing, and you could be just working on a healing process here too, Aquarius. You could be going through and this says true. So what I like about this is, because I did get that Lover's card in your guys' reading, I was thinking, yeah, is this, you know, about like a relationship? You know, if you have any question to where it's like, this is true. It's true. And these are two. So there's two here. So there's two people. Two. And they're, if you notice, you know, it's true. So there's some kind of truth here. And I do believe it has something to do with something you're feeling victorious about, whether this was leaving a situation or going towards a reawakening some kind of passion or desire to have a relationship, or to reignite something in your life that felt good, that you felt a lot of love for. This doesn't have to be necessarily a person. It could be a passion. It could be endeavor, like a hobby, or a passionate project or something. It could be, but it's definitely, there's something here. It's, if you had a question, like, it's true, not false, true. That is nice that comes out. That doesn't always come out, so that's kind of interesting. Somebody might have been just sitting there going, what? Is this what she's talking about? Is this what they're talking? Is this what the cards are saying? True. Interesting. 6 of Pentacles. This is about the balance, the not giving too much, but not taking too much from a situation. And only doing it not just for you. And this was in also Capricorn's reading. So you may have some Capricorn in your chart. Strongly too, if this part of the message is resonating with you, with the Father and the Emperor energy, and this time taking control over something, doing it for the greater good, not just your good. The Emperor in light, or the Father in light, wants the whole family to benefit, wants the whole relationship to benefit, wants the sum of its parts create the whole, right? So that's, I'm gonna have to look up that saying. It keeps coming into my head today, but this says, I give and receive for the universal good. I don't just give, I don't just receive. I balance what I take, I balance what I give. Some kind of need to give to something or accept to something, because it's what's good for everybody. There is some kind of healing, some kind of reflection going on here. Maybe with the other person here. This could be with you, but I am kind of getting that this card's kind of out over here. So this could be like the other person really going through some healing. And it could be you just going through a battle, not wanting to come out of your hiding and your healing and go back and get what you want to get, but make sure you're doing it in a balanced way, not giving too much and not taking too much. So, sometimes we give too much and we learn, and then we go back into a situation. We know it's right. We know it feels good. We know, but we got to be mindful and balanced. Be like, I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to be the only one that, that reciprocity that you have with another, or with a job, or with a company, or with it should be a nice balance. It shouldn't be all me doing the work, all me. But there is some kind of thing, I feel like, in your reading, Aquarius, that's saying you need to get in there. You need to take some movement, take some action, maybe communicate, maybe actual movement, because there's a huge transformation happening here for you. So that is really nice. Let's see what you need to surrender. Wow, that was quick. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Fear of intimacy. Okay, so there's some kind of low self-esteem. Surrender, low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Get back on the wagon. Get back on the train. Get back in the flow and the dance with love, with the universe, with spirit, with passion. There's something here. Says you are ready to let love in. If you've been on lockdown, hunker down, healing, been through the battle, it could be your, a lot of times, our obstacles, our challenges can be our strengths and our lessons, and can actually make us stronger. And if you can get through this, I feel like you're going to feel very victorious. I feel like you're going to feel on top of the world. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Yeah, there's something here saying dive in, Aquarius. If this is, whether this is a passionate project or a passionate relationship, or maybe you just want to go somewhere, start over. And if there has been some kind of stillness or some kind of quietness, go deep, listen, and you're going to know whether you need to, if your head's giving you like a thought process that is making assumptions, negative or whatever, you need to, and this rest and inactivity, it's like waking up. There's a feeling here of waking up, waking the lion in me. It was a Pop Evil sings that song, Waking the Lions. You should look up that song. I might post a link to that YouTube song, but that's what it feels like. Waking the lions, going after something and standing up for what you believe in, and being passionate about just that strength that it takes to continue on a journey of love and continue transforming things in your life, in your mind, and trusting that every step you take forward is a step that is being guided if you are listening. So definitely lots of fast action happening here, lots of fast energy happening here. This could be happening very quickly. So let's go ahead and just get one of these, and then I think that will wrap it up. Okay, very nice reading today, Aquarius. Perspective. How are you seeing things? Do we need to look at how we're seeing things? And horizon. Look further out. Don't look at like what's right there. There's something here I feel like you're getting a bigger or a larger perspective on. I mentioned you may be feeling like you're part of something a lot bigger also, and you're getting a new perspective on your part in something, what you need to do in a situation, and what it's going to take, which I feel like trust is definitely one of those things with the Fool and the Page of Swords. And that Page of Swords can be the thinking, changing the perspective, looking at things differently, thinking about things differently, so that whatever this love situation was, or this, or is, you're looking at it with love. You're looking at it like, yes, like this is something worth defending. This is something worth standing my ground on, whether this is movement towards this opening or something. And I'm not saying this has to be like the same it could just be a feeling. Like, this could be an old relationship that caused a lot of damage, and now you're reawakening to like, hey, I think I want to step out there again. I think I want to reawaken my like passion for this again. You know, I know like I cooked for years and I liked cooking, and then I didn't cook, and now I'm back doing that kind of work and culinary, and I love cooking. I forget how meditative cooking is. You know, I forget how much I enjoy being in the kitchen when you've done it. Like, you know, it could be something as just like that. Like, you know, I'm done with that, and you think, I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never gonna do that again. I freaking hate it. I'm burnt out. I'm done with it. And then later, you never know. Like, you could be like, and I just went through this. I switched jobs and everything, and I had a good job, and but it just wasn't doing it for. It wasn't lighting my fire anymore. You know, and I was like, man, I want to do something more like in service. You know, that I know is just like more appreciated. You know, it's just, there's a lot, and I love it. So I just want to say, whatever it is, I feel like don't give up on your dreams. Whatever, remember that true card here? I think that was pretty important for somebody. So, all right, guys, that is your reading. As always, thank you for coming and watching your video, and I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you later.